Hi, it's Lori from LoriStory.com, and I'm going to rewind on the silhouette videos. We're going to go back to, because I've had several people ask me, since a lot of you are just getting silhouettes, just to go all the way back and walk you through how to print and cut something. So we're just going, that's all we're going to focus on, just printing and cutting, and I'm just going to use a print and cut feature that is in the silhouette store already. We're not going to try to fill any objects in or modify anything. So here we go. Let's go to our library, and I have downloaded these Christmas tags by Echo Park, and I'm going to be working on some Christmas cards today, so I'm just going to print out a page of these. So I'm going to choose this one, and this is how they come in. These are already set for print and cut. The first thing to do when you're going to print and cut something, you have to turn on these registration marks. It's the second icon from the right in the upper right corner. The reason you do this is when you show registration marks, that's what tells the silhouette where the objects are on the mat. Your printer will print this square, this bracket right here, and this bracket right here. And then when you send it to the silhouette, it will look for those first. And then based on where it finds those, it will know where the objects are on your mat. So the first thing to do is turn on your registration marks. Next thing you need to do is go to the Page Tools window, which on I have the Designer series, but it's the fourth icon from the right on mine. And based on whether you have a 12 by 12 or a printer that'll print 12-inch wide or not, most people need to move it to the letter setting. And I usually work in landscape just because it's easier for me. I mean in portrait because it's easier for me, but you can do it this way too. I'm going to keep mine at portrait. Okay, so back to our images. We have to put everything that we're going to print inside where the hash marks are, so it has to be on the white part. So I'm going to right click on my image and ungroup. Now I can move these separately. And since I'm doing cards, I'm going to make this smaller. I don't need it that big for a card. And this one too. And this one. Okay. So I'm going to click on one image, and I've got it inside these hash marks, and I'm going to go to my replicate window, and I'm going to duplicate right. And I'll duplicate below, and duplicate left. And you can put two together and select them both and then duplicate, and it will duplicate all of them. But, and whenever I do print and cut, I like to try to fill the paper. Even if I don't need it, I'll just find something else to print and put it away for later, just so I don't waste paper. So here we go again. Let's duplicate left. It's like we're going to turn this. Well, let's turn this one. Okay, so we've got everything in on our print surface. Nothing is, I'm going to raise that one up a little bit. Nothing is inside the hash marks. If it is, it will not print, nor will it cut. So let's check our cut lines, just to make sure, since it's a print and cut file, it should be all ready to go, but let's just let's select everything. Oops, sorry. Select everything and hit cut edge. There we go. When they're bright red, you know that's when they're going to cut. So the next step is send to your printer. So here we go. And that's the second group of icons. To the left is the printer. And I always change mine to, I use brochure paper, which really does make a big difference in your printing quality, your colors, everything looks much better. We're going to print. So this is what mine looked like when it came out of the printer. You can see the registration marks in the upper left, right, and lower left corners. And I just placed it on my mat like it shows on the screen when you hit send to silhouette. It's going to be in your mat in the upper left corner. So we're just going to load it into the silhouette and see what. So now we just hit send to silhouette. And we're going to hit click here to skip printing. And now it's telling you to set your rollers if you were cutting it on vinyl, but since we're doing paper, it says place page on the cutting mat as shown. So our page that printed is going to go and we're going to hit continue. Detect registration marks before cutting, hit detect automatically. And you will see the silhouette is looking for those registration marks. It's not cutting anything, it's just looking for those marks in the corner. It just found that one. Now it's going to find the one in the upper right corner. And so that process just told the silhouette where each of these images are. Okay, so we're going to go back to our screen and hit cut. Cut. Make sure your settings are the way you want them. For the brochure paper, I use the pattern paper settings, which is speed of 5, thickness of 30, and blade didn't change. Blade of 3. So here we go. Cut. When it's finished, we hit unload. And you can see it cut each of my images. Actually, it'd probably be easier to show you this way. There you have it. That's how you print and cut. I hope this helps. Thanks.